So what's going on, Raider Nation? Welcome back to another episode of the Raider Critique. I think that I'm actually probably coming through here way too hot. So let me see if I can choke it down just a bit. Maybe I won't be coming in so hot. I know that my fans are going on in the background right now. It might be messing with a few of the settings. But hey, I am here, and I want to talk about this game that we just witnessed right here on live television at about noon today, Central Standard Time. What's going on, everybody, man? I don't have the chat up here in front of me, but I see y'all going off. Let me see if I can get this thing booted up here. There we go. That's what's up. Yep, I got it right here, bro. Yeah. Well, we fell to the Tennessee Titans 24-22, pretty much in the waning seconds of the game. We fall to 0-3 for the first time in quite a while. As a matter of fact, I can't remember the last time we went 0-3 throughout a season. When we first jumped in, I mean, last time even with Gruden, man, we had, we were 3-0 at this point last year. So why don't we hop on over to the stats? You already know how I like to look at the stats when it comes to it. So let's transition on over that way. We're going to shorten that up. And I'm going to bring this up here. Now, of course, I'm looking at the box scores right here on ESPN.com. Derek Carr went 26 of 44 for 303 yards at a 6.9 yards per average. 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. He was sacked once for 7 yards. His quarterback rating was, his QBR was a 64.2 with a rating of 85.7. Ryan Tannehill went 19 of 27 for 264 yards at a 9.8 yard per gain average. 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He was sacked once for 12 yards with a QBR of 51.5 and a rating of 98.4. Now, Matt Collins also had a completion on a beautiful trick play that you guys already know how I feel about trick plays, but that was an actual good play, man, going down the field. Matt Collins got 1 completion. Josh Jacobs ran the ball 13 times for 66 yards at a 5.1 yard per gain average, his longest being 13. Derek Carr had 2 carries for 17 yards at an 8.5 yard gain per average. 11 was his long. Brandon Bolden, 3 of 17 with a 5.7 average. His long was 12. And Devontae Adams, 1 for -4. Matt Collins was our leading receiver again this week with 8 receptions, 158 yards at 19.8 average with 1 touchdown. His longest being 60. He was targeted 10 times. Foster Moreau targeted 5 times, had 3 receptions with 44 yards, 14.7 yards per gain on the average. 22 was his long. Devontae Adams was targeted 10 times, had 5 receptions for 36 yards at a 7.2 yard per gain average, 1 touchdown, 18 being his long. Josh Jacobs 5 for 31 at a 6.2 average, 13 was his long. He was targeted 6 times. Waller was targeted 5 times. He made 3 receptions. He had 22 yards at a 7.3 yard per gain average, no touchdowns, and 17 being his long. Keelan Cole was targeted 4 times, only had 1 reception for 12 yards. Brandon Bolden targeted twice, had 2 receptions, 4 yards, his long being 6. Josh Jacobs had 1 fumble, but it went out of bounds, and that was like pretty much on the 2. Defensively, Max Crosby led the way. He had a sack, 2 hits for a loss, and 5 solo tackles with 9 total. Divine Diablo, 7 total tackles, 4 solo, 1 pass deflected. Rock Ya-Sin had 6 total, 5 solo. Roderick Teamer had 6 total, 5 solo. Jayon Brown had 5 total, 4 solo, 1 pass deflection. Jonathan Abram had 5 total, 4 solos, and 1 quarterback hit. Nate Hobbs, 4 total, 4 solo. I mean, it's right there. It's all right there, man. It starts dwindling down once you get down to Jonathan Hankins, where it's 2 total tackles, and both of those were solo tackles and 1 quarterback hit. You know, it looks like that we had 1 sack on the day. We had 61 total tackles, 42 of those were solos, 1 sack on the day, 2 tackles for a loss, 5 pass deflections, and 5 quarterback hits. All right, they had 62 total tackles, 40 of those were solo. They had 1 sack, 4 tackles for a loss, and 6 pass deflections with 5 quarterback hits. So, I mean, it was pretty much even across the board when it came defensively. Going over there, running backs, Derrick Henry had 20 carries for 85 yards at a 4.3 yard average, 1 touchdown. Dontrell Hilliard, 2 for 14. Treylon Burks, 1 for 8. And Ryan Tannehill, 4 for 2. Robert Woods was their leading receiver with 4 receptions for 85 yards. Derrick Henry came in second with 5 receptions for 58 yards. And then Nick Westbrook, however you want to pronounce that last name, 3 receptions for 40 yards. Dontrell Hilliard, 1 for 30. Jeff Swain, 3 for 19. He had a touchdown. Austin Hooper, 2 for 19. And Treylon Burks, 1 for 13. Now let's see if I can find the team stats. I would like to find, oh, look, right there, the team stats. Okay. We had 24 first downs compared to their 19. 24 first downs compared to their 19. Passing first downs, we had 14. They had 13. Rushing first downs, we had 7. They had 6. First down from penalties, we got 3 of those. Third down efficiency, look at this number, Raider Nation. 1 for 12 on third down. Fourth down, we went 3 for 3. We had 65 total plays in the game. 396 total yards, 9 total drives, 6.1 yards per play on average, 300 yards passing, 96 yards rushing. We had 6 penalties for 44 yards, while they had 7 penalties for 85. Both teams threw an interception. All right. And right here, look at right here. 30-45 was the time of possession compared to their 29-15. So those are the overall stats, Raider Nation, for this game. And we look at this game, man, and we kind of we want to wonder what went wrong. I mean, we looked sluggish right off the bat coming in. The scheme didn't look great. It looked good at times. But I'm starting to wonder is this guy really a good head coach? I don't know if he is or not, man. I think the jury is still out on him. But if we have to go by with what we've seen already out of him today for the last 3 weeks, man, we're going to be in trouble if we can't get a win. We're already 0-3 in the division. We are dead last in the AFC West. Dead last. And to me, it seems like that the team will execute at times, and then other times, man, it's just we don't know what we're running. We don't know what we're doing. You know, and we can talk about the referee play and how Illuminor got with like 4 minutes left in the third quarter, getting that holding call. His hands were inside. There is no way that should have ever been called holding. Now, it's one thing if your hands are out here and the dude's trying to get around you and you're holding on to him out here and he's trying to go around. That's holding. But inside the shoulder pads, right outside of the numbers, that is not holding. But I'm starting to wonder if this guy's even really a good coach. He seems like a decent offensive coordinator, but as a head coach with his second stint, we are 0-3 Raider Nation with probably the best ever roster I've ever seen this team have. How do we go 0-3 having a competent quarterback, an elite tight end, elite wide receivers, a great running back, and a defense that really is, that they will claw, scratch, and fight to keep us in these games? Matt Crosby is an absolute beast. Could you imagine what a different coach could do with this roster if we didn't have this chump? Because I do believe that this guy's a chump. Time management is a fucking issue. We're driving in the fourth quarter. There's 10 minutes left to go. Why are they scuffing their feet up to the line of scrimmage? Why? Where is the sense of urgency? And that normally comes from the coach. Telling everybody, all right, come on, hurry up, get on the line, let's go, let's get on the ball, let's move this motherfucker. There was none of that. And we were down by 11. That's 2 scores. It's almost like they want to go out here and pretty much play till they want to play in spurts, but they will always want to keep it a game all the way up until the very last second. The players are not executing in this scheme. The scheme to me doesn't seem like it's working. We're sitting here adding these trick plays. We're trying to be cute out here on offense, trying to get everybody to talk about how this chump is an offensive guru. Well, look, some of the plays are good, and hey, I didn't mind the trick play that happened today, but could you imagine on what it would have looked like if it would have went bad? We already know what it would have looked like if it would have went bad. Because we've seen it happen before. That could have easily been a 14-yard loss. But it seemed to work out, and it worked out today. But, let's be real. There was no sense of urgency. The offensive line played like shit. And some of these elite guys that we have on the team are really suspect at catching the ball. I'm not even going to harp on DC, man, not right now. The only thing that we literally were lacking was something like a fucking pick six, because at least that didn't happen. There was no major fumbles getting carried all the way down the field, but there were still massive amounts of mistakes. My bonehead player of the game, man, well, it's a toss-up in between 2 people. Mistakes kill this organization, game in and game out, and it kills this football team. If you're rated as one of the top players at your position, shouldn't you be catching the ball at the goal line? But wait, man. I'm not just going to point my finger at him because, hey, that play right there could have easily sealed the game for us if he would have caught the damn ball. If he would have caught the damn ball instead of letting it ricochet off his hands and popping it up to where it could get picked off, we probably wouldn't even be having this conversation right now. But we got past all that. We moved on. The defense stepped up and gave us another opportunity to win this game. But then what happened? Derek Carr throws into triple coverage, looking down Darren Waller the whole time. Didn't even go through his reads. They were on him like stink on shit. And sure enough, we didn't get the 2-point conversion. We could give it to either one of those guys. But I think that I would rather give it to this guy. Alright, because if we would have been running a whole hell of a lot better plays and better play scheme and playing with a sense of urgency, with a sense of time management, then we wouldn't have even been in this situation to begin with. Remember my keys to winning from last video? Well, we did 1 of 3. We managed the time of possession to where we won in time of possession by what? A measly 45 to 50 seconds? I mean, at least we did that. We didn't shut down Henry. Henry was running all over the damn defense. We tried, and they did step up at times, but once the game started progressing and Tannehill started showing his ass, Henry pretty much he did enough for them to win, just like Ryan Tannehill. Costly mistakes. Well, the penalties, the miscues. The damn play calling. The play calling. What the fuck were we doing running screen passes on 3rd down for? 1 for 12 in 3rd down. 1 for 12. And then not only that, but you've got the best wide receiver in the game. And you got him on your team. You're in the red zone and you don't go to him. We went to him and he made that touchdown right there in the red zone. Why didn't we do it again? Instead, we're going and trying to throw it to people who's literally have not just been having problems catching the ball. But I'll tell you what, man, I'll give it to Tennessee. They fought their ass off. They really did. They fought their ass off. And this son of a bitch right here, we still can't beat. It doesn't matter, dude. Screen pass to Brandon Bolden at 3rd and 18. Yeah, what in the fuck was that? What in the fuck was that? What type of play call was that? And now Ryan Tannehill is laughing all the way to his house with a 5-0 record against this Raiders organization and this Raiders team. This makes me sick. He's not that good. As a matter of fact, the interception that he threw, he was completely off, and Harmon jumped right out in front and literally looked like a wide receiver catching the ball, running up the field the opposite direction. That's how off Tannehill was on that interception. He's not that good, but every time we play them, he hands us our ass. And I'm watching this guy do what he did, and it's every time we play him. That's why I chose that. That's why, as much as my fandom wanted me to say that we were going to win this game, I'm looking at Tannehill going, man, this dude's never lost to the Raiders, and I don't think he plans on doing it now. And he didn't. So I kind of called it on that one. The score was a lot closer than what I said it was going to be, but all in all, I knew that we weren't going to accomplish what we needed to do with the 3 keys. We weren't going to shut down Tannehill, and ultimately we lost. And we lost at the last second of the game. So, I mean, I'm so fucking over with being the laughingstock of football. Yeah. That sounds like me 4 years ago, ranting and raving on this damn YouTube. And I've gotten to the point to where I've become completely numb to the whole situation. Just completely numb. I put my heart and soul into this team every year, just like all of us do. We spend our hard-earned money, and all we do is get fed bullshit about how much better we're going to be, about how much more we're going to be able to accomplish with all the new moves we've made just to fall flat on our face. And that's real talk. We fall to 0-3, and if it was a 16-game season like it used to be, we would have a 2.5% chance of making the playoffs. We have Denver next week, and then we have the Chiefs the following week. 2 division games, and then we have the bye. You know, we had such high aspirations for this team. During the offseason, we boasted about this team, about how good we were going to be and how good they were going to look, and we couldn't wait to see what Davante Adams looked like as a Raider. And honestly, I'm sick of the Josh McDaniels experiment. I'm sick of the Josh McDaniels experiment, and I miss John Gruden. I really do. I miss John Gruden. We are officially, by far, Van City, you are correct, dude. We are the worst team in the league right now. So, you know, how sheepish do we look? How sheepish do we look with the way we boasted about this team? And Ern's over here calling 0-5 as a real possibility. You damn right, Ern. 0-5 is definitely a real possibility. And this team doesn't look like they're going to get their shit together anytime soon. So 0-5, 0-5 could very well be in our future. Yeah, and I mean, it's like, I'm doing everything I can just not to scream and yell. I already did all my ranting and raving. I went out there and started working on the brakes of that damn go-kart and was so pissed off. I wasn't thinking. I just thinking about the game and whatnot. I lost some prime pieces. You know what I mean? So now I've done fucked myself. And even at that point, I still couldn't take my mind off this team. I'm glad that I win at home and in life instead of trying to depend on this team to win. You know? And I hope the rest of y'all are able to win at life too. And be winning at life instead of trying to depend on this team to win. Because if we have to depend on this team to win, we're going to be waiting a long time. It just seems that way. It hurts. It hurts to know that we can't beat the Cardinals. We couldn't beat the Titans without their number one offensive lineman. You know, I can only imagine what the Chiefs are going to do to us. It's hard to stay positive when the team falls to 0-3. But I'm going to make sure that I keep more of an optimistic view about things. You know, we've got a lot of work to do. Luckily for us, there's an 18-week season, which means there's still time to turn this around. But this team needs to start being held accountable. We deserve better. This team needs to start winning, and they need to start winning as soon as possible. They need to start next week and go on a run. You know, wipe the floor with the Broncos, go in and upset the Chiefs. That's the only way that I will feel personally like we still got a chance to get to where we thought we were going when the offseason hit and we picked up Davante Adams. So anyway, we'll just have to see what happens. And instead of moping around like a little bitch, I'm going to walk around with my chin held high knowing that, hey, we might have only lost by 2. And our team didn't win the game, but we are starting to tighten up the loose ends. All right? The trick plays are starting to work, but just like Ern says, man, he don't want to see that, and neither do I. I just want to see solid football played. I want to see basic fundamentals covered. I don't want to see bogus offensive line issues like what we were having today. You know, I would like to see this team play fundamental football and, you know, execute the game plan. That would be that would be nice, wouldn't it? Got to try to keep it positive. So, what better way than to have a Hardcore Raider Nation podcast on the Hardcore Raider channel right here on YouTube with Hardcore Raider, Grimy Raider Dave, myself, and special guest SC Experience, the Prince of Positivity when it comes to the Raider Nation. And if we need a pick-me-up, man, it'll be SC that'll be able to do it. Because I know us old heads, some of us are just hanging our head down pretty low and not happy about any of this. Because we're praying and hoping for solid football play. Just for once, it would be nice to see this team play a game without costly mistakes. But we're going to be holding this podcast on Tuesday. Well, he will be. Give him a couple days, Van City. Give him a couple days because, you know, the initial shock of getting your ass whooped like this, you know, it can take its toll even on the most positive person. You know what I mean? And SC is like one of the most positive people I know. Give him a couple days, man. Let him kind of ingest what happened. And we'll see what his attitude and what his temperament is like here in a couple days. But I'm pretty sure he's going to be a lot more positive than myself, Grimy, and Hardcore. You know what I mean? But Hardcore is pretty damn positive. He might, you know, SC might give him a run for his money, though. But, yeah, dude, Bugsy, I feel it, bro. I would be too, man, if my dealer would answer the phone. He's a Cowboys fan, so I don't know how the hell the Cowboys did today, but, you know, hey, he might not be answering the phone because they might have got their ass whooped too. I don't know, man. All I know is he won't answer my calls, and I've been needing that dude to show up for real. But, yeah, anyway, man, I mean, you should come and check this out. Like I said, it's going to be on the Hardcore Raider YouTube channel. If you don't know or you're not subscribed to the Hardcore Raider channel, it will be mirrored right here on the Raider Critique. It just, you know, it'll be on two stations at the same time. Kind of like how we did the last episode with the Hardcore Raider Nation podcast. So anyway, you guys be on the lookout for that. I'm going to get on out of here. I haven't even had dinner yet. And my girl's in there. She's been busting her butt making some of the best chicken fried steak that anybody has ever possibly eaten. So I can't wait to get in there and sink my teeth into that. And then just kind of just lick my wounds from the day that happened today. And just kind of forget that all this, you know, just try to forget that we're 0-3, man. And we really do. We got to turn this around. I hope this team can turn this around because, man, it's already starting to feel like a very, very long season. And there's no joke about that. No joke about that at all. So anyway, if this is anybody's first time here, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for notifications for more Raider content right here on the Raider Critique through the season and also during the off season. Now, we also don't, if you're looking for rumors, hey, man, we don't do rumors around here. Rumors just ain't for us. We don't deal with rumors. We tell the truth with intensity. Whether it's harsh or not, that's what we do, and we don't drink the corporate Kool-Aid. So as far as we're concerned, man, you know, if you're looking for rumors, there's plenty of channels out there for that. A lot of my brothers out there do a lot of the rumor channels, and I would never go in and step on their toes to do the same thing that they're all doing for the simple fact we want some variety out here for the YouTube podcasters because there's a lot of us out here doing, you know, a lot of, you know, just pretty much doing a lot of the same things, so, and talking about a lot of the same things, so that, you know, we want to try to keep it a little bit spicy. So if you're looking for rumors, I'm pretty sure you can find a channel out there for it. But here, man, we're just coming here to tell you kind of like how it is and what to expect and what we've gone through already. Told by an old school hardcore Raider Nation member who ain't never going to shed his colors. But I don't know if I can honestly say that I am very proud of this football team. So anyway, we might have lost today, but tomorrow is another day, man. And we need to go ahead and right this ship before it sinks. It's Raider Nation for life.